If your channel's done the usual Remingtons and 590 to death, it's time to bring fresh pump options that still do the job and do it under dirt, rain, and stress. Today, we're counting down 7 pump shotguns that are practical, affordable, and a little less covered in other vids. Classics with character, modern value pumps, compact truck guns, and weatherproof workhorses. For each, I'll tell you what it's best at, which ammo to trust, handling and maintenance tips, and what the realistic price looks like in 2025. No hype, just real choices you'd actually use. Number 7, Weatherby PA08. Lightweight entry-level workhorse. The Weatherby PA08 is a simple, lightweight pump that's ideal for someone who wants a reliable gun without spending a fortune. Great as a starter survival pump or a budget home defense piece, it covers the basics well and handles a variety of loads. Ammo and performance. Chambered in 12 gauge, also found in field, 26 and 28 options on some trims. It will run standard birdshot, buckshot, and slugs, but patterning is key. For home defense, stick with reliable 00 buck from a trusted brand. For hunting, match the shell to game and choke. Action, handling, and maintenance. The PA08 is light, so it's easy to swing and carry, but that also means a little more felt recoil with heavy loads. The pump stroke is predictable and straightforward. Field stripping is basic. Clean the bore, lightly oil the action bars, and check the magazine follower occasionally. Don't expect the same hardened steel internals as premium models. Treat it as an affordable tool. Price and verdict. Street price usually sits $300 to $420. If you want an entry-level pump that won't embarrass you in the woods or the driveway, the PA08 is a smart, budget-focused pick. Number 6, Hatsan Escort Pump. Heavy-duty, value-minded work. Gun Hatsan's Escort pump models are built with a take-no-prisoners mentality. Thick barrels, solid internals, and weather-resistant finishes. They're popular outside the US and with buyers who want a tough pump that won't complain about mud, salt, or heavy use. Perfect for survival stock, farm duty, or as a secondary truck gun. Ammo and performance. Chambered in 12 gauge, some variants in 20, the Escort will run the full spread. Birdshot, buckshot, and slugs. For defense, test your chosen buckshot. For long range or heavy loads, use slugs designed for the barrel-choke combination. Hatsan barrels often favor premium factory loads for best patterns. Action, handling, and maintenance. The Escort's heft helps tame recoil and gives confidence on follow-ups. The pump action is robust and the slide rails are thick. Field strip for cleaning the bore, and rails after extended use. And inspect the slide rail wear points if you run thousands of rounds. Corrosion-resistant coatings on some models help in marine or wet environments. Price and verdict. Expect $350 to $550 depending on trim. If you want a no-nonsense, hard-use pump that's built like a brick and at a friendly price, the Hatsan Escort is a solid pick. Number 5, TriStar Viper G2, modern value with good ergonomics. The TriStar Viper G2 is a modern value pump that blends polished ergonomics with a price that won't kill the budget. It's a great choice for someone who wants a reliable working pump, but with better fit and finish than the cheapest options. Useful as a truck gun, backup home defense piece, or entry-level field shotgun. Ammo and performance. Typically offered in 12 gauge, the Viper G2 handles standard defensive and hunting loads. For defensive setups, use tested 00 buck, and for hunting, use appropriate field loads and chokes. As always, pattern at familiar engagement distances to find the sweet spot for your barrel. Action, handling, and maintenance. The G2's ergonomics are notable. Comfortable stock geometry, accessible controls, and a smooth foreign action. It breaks down easily for cleaning. The receiver and slide rails are user-friendly to maintain. Expect user-adjustable sights on some trims and aftermarket compatibility for sights or small rails. Keep the action bars lightly oiled and inspect the magazine spring over time. Price and verdict, $320 to $480 new. The Viper G2 gives modern handling and sensible features without a big price premium. A thoughtful buy if you want value plus better ergonomics. Number 4, Stoeger P3000 pump variant, rugged European budget choice. Stuger's P3000 pump variants are built on proven European mechanics and deliver rugged reliability at a budget price. They're a great mid-ground for buyers who want more durability than the absolute cheap models but can't stretch to premium brands. Good for survival kits, truck guns, or entry-level duty roles. Ammo and performance chambered in 12 gauge, the P3000 will cycle common defensive loads and hunting shells. Stuger models generally like mid-range factory loads. For defensive work, favor trusted 00 buck from mainstream brands and confirm ejection and feeding during break-in. Action, handling, and maintenance. Stuger pumps usually have a positive, slightly heavier foreign stroke than the lightest rails, which helps confidence in the cycle. The build uses durable components and often stainless or coated parts for corrosion resistance. Field strip the action, clean the bore, and check the slide rail wear during heavy use. The parts are common enough for basic repairs. Consider upgrading stock or sights for personal fit. Price and verdict, $300 to $450 new. If you want European-style value and solid mechanics for a low price, the Stuger P3000 pump variant is a dependable choice with sensible long-term value. Number 3, Ithaca Model 37. Classic bottom eject that lefties love. The Ithaca Model 37 is a classic for a reason. Bottom eject design, simple internals, and a smooth, user-friendly pump stroke. It's a favorite for collectors and for shooters who actually use their guns. Ambidextrous by design and ideal for left-handed users or anyone mounting optics. Great for home defense, ranch work, and nostalgic survival kits. Ammo and performance. Most Model 37s are 12 gauge and run the gamut of field and defensive loads. The short positive throw and bottom eject action give predictable feeding and ejection, and many shooters report consistent patterning with standard 00 buck loads. As always, pattern your specific gun and choke at practical engagement ranges. Action, handling, and maintenance. The bottom eject port keeps brass out of your face and makes the 37 truly ambidextrous. The pump action is smooth and the internals are straightforward. Clean the bore, lightly oil the rails, and check the extractor and lifter if you run heavy defensive strings. Parts availability for modern repros is good. Originals may need extra inspection. Price and verdict, depending on vintage/repro, $600 to $1,200. Originals higher. If you want a classic lefty-friendly pump with proven handling, the Ithaca 37 still deserves a spot in any practical collection. Number 2, Browning BPS, bottom eject, smooth and ambidextrous. The Browning BPS is one of the best all-around pump shotguns you may not want to overuse in vids. It's quiet, reliable, and built for both left and right-handed shooters thanks to bottom ejection and a robust action. Perfect for hunting, farm use, and a dependable home defense gun that's friendly to optics and mounts. Ammo and performance. Chambered in 12 or 20 gauge, the BPS is a pattern-friendly shotgun that handles everything from birdshot and buckshot to slugs. The solid steel receiver and dual extractors give consistent ejection and feeding. For defense, choose reputable 00 buck loads and confirm patterns at 10 to 25 yards for real-world performance. Action, handling, and maintenance. The BPS has a firm, positive pump stroke and excellent balance. Bottom ejection makes it truly ambidextrous and also simple to keep clean. Maintenance is straightforward. Clean the bore, lightly grease slide rails, and periodically check the extractor springs and magazine tube for fouling. Browning's finishes are durable and stand up to heavy use. Price and verdict, $650 to $900 new depending on trim. If you want a premium-feeling pump that's practical for any hand and any role, the BPS is a versatile, long-term workhorse. Number 1, Kel-Tec KSG Pump Bullpup. High capacity, a compact, different. The Kel-Tec KSG is not your grandma's pump. It's a bullpup design with twin magazine tubes and enormous capacity for its size. Perfect for vehicle guns, bug-out bags where space is tight, or videos that want a fresh-looking, high-capacity pump platform. It's controversial, it's compact, and it draws attention. But it's also genuinely useful if you invest training time. Ammo and performance. Chambered in 12 gauge, the KSG can carry combinations of buckshot and slugs in its dual tubes and holds up to 12 to 14 rounds depending on shell length. That means you can run different loads in each tube and switch tubes for a different response. For example, buck in one, slugs in the other. Pattern the specific barrel and load combos thoroughly. Bullpup barrels can favor certain factory loads. Action, handling, and maintenance. The KSG's pump ergonomics take practice. The bullpup balance and short length are great for tight spaces, but reloads require training. Field strippability is decent. Keep an eye on the shell lifter, slide rails, and O-ring components on older units. Parts and aftermarket support are smaller than mainstream pumps, so stock up on spares and train with what you own. Price and verdict, $700 to $950 street. If you want compact capacity and a unique platform to round out your lineup, and you'll commit to training and parts awareness, the KSG is the most interesting pump on this list. There you have it, 7 pump shotguns that feel fresh on camera and real in the field. From the classic Ithaca 37 and Browning BPS bottom ejects to budget forward Stoeger and TriStar options in the radical Kel-Tec KSG. Each brings a different strength to survival, home defense, or truck carry. Want this turned into a PDF for the edit? Or should I write the YouTube description plus tags and 3 thumbnail text options next? Tell me which and I'll make it.